Hello, today I want to do a quick review of the Bobsweep PetHair Robot Vacuum. I wanted to share some of my thoughts on this robot vacuum and if it should be added to your home. I've been using this vacuum now for about 3 months. I did own a previous version of this vacuum before I started using this model. All in all, I've been using a Bobsweep for about 2 years. The reason I purchased Bobsweep in the first place is I have a very large tiled kitchen floor with multiple pets. I literally could sweep the floor every day, so having one seemed like a pretty good idea. After using Bobsweep for the past few months, here are some things I really like about the new model. It does a very good job of cleaning the whole floor. On a full battery, it will run for about 90 minutes. Keep in mind, after owning a Bobsweep for 2 years, as you continue to use it, and I use mine pretty much daily, the battery will continue to drain. So he'll maybe get down to like 40 minutes, and then you know it's time to get a new battery. Batteries can be purchased, and they're not that expensive, but they are necessarily a replacement you will need. He picks up pet hair, cat hair, dirt very well on the floor, especially since he keeps going over it. He doesn't miss large areas, which is really helpful. He's super easy to use. He comes with a couple of re-washable cleaning pads that adds a mop feature. Again, it doesn't continuously add water to the floor like other vacuums that are made purposely for mopping. It's just to kind of help him get a little bit of the extra dirt off the floor. It's not as good as if you're going to mop it by hand, but it is a nice little feature, and they're super easy to clean. I just wash mine in the sink before I use it again. If your Bobsweep breaks, all parts of him are pretty much replaceable. The previous version I had to fix 3 things on, and I did it all myself, and they sent me the parts. On their website, they have countless videos on how to do this, and they're really well done and easy to follow. He comes with multiple cleaning modes, a 90-minute or full-time cleaning, a 30-minute, and then a 15-minute like touch-up. And then he does have some different patterns that you can start him off with that are also helpful as well. He does have a cleaning schedule that you can make, so if you wanted him to clean it at 8 p.m. every night, you could certainly do that. Personally, I don't recommend it if you have kids or animals because, as you know, unexpected things can get left on the floor, and the last thing you want is your Bobsweep picking that up and getting all tangled up. Maintenance is super easy. To empty his dustbin, you just open the little flap and dump it in the trash bin, and he's ready to move on. If you have tile or hardwood floor, it's such a huge time saver to have Bobsweep to help clean your floors, and I can't recommend it enough. Some of the things that kind of bother me is if you have a lot of furniture like credenzas and things that are around his height, and I want to say he's like 3 or 4 inches off the ground. I think it's 3.9 inches. He tends to wedge himself under there and he'll get stuck. So if you have stuff that's really low to the ground, it's not an issue, but if it's around that height, he's made to bump into things, and so he tends to get stuck underneath. If you have longer carpeting, he may not be your best bet. He tends to think something is wrong if your carpeting is plush. If it's not, if it's lower carpeting, he should have no trouble. Another problem is if there's something lined up between him and his charger, when he goes home to charge, he will consistently just sometimes for no reason bump into it and can keep bumping into it until his battery dies because he can't make it to the charger. Other times he'll bump once and then learn that something's in the way and go fully around it and then line himself up with the charger. So when placing your charger, think about where you want to put it, because if there's something in the way like a chair or something like that, you may want to think of a different spot. Honestly, in terms of drawbacks, there are very few, none of which really bothered me too much. In the past, when I've needed their customer service, it's always been excellent. When I've needed new parts, they've always been very clear how to change them. Honestly, as far as if you're looking for a robot vacuum, I can't recommend getting Bobsweep enough.